Hello and welcome back to the Mexican American Veterans Podcast. I am Jose Villastrigo, President, and I welcome you. We have here with us today, it's an honor to have Mr. Chief Borrego. Manuel, it's a pleasure having you here today. How are you doing, sir?
Joey, pleasure, and thank you for having me.
All right. And, of course, Chief Borrego is a veteran. He was in the Marines, also the Army National Guard, and the Reserves, I believe.
Yes.
Reserves.
Correct.
So an excellent a person to talk to today, because this is one of the things we like to do to keep this podcast going. And let's go ahead and get started, Chief. If you won't mind, tell me a little bit about your history, where you're from, and where you grew up and stuff.
Yeah, well, my dad was Air Force. He was Marine Corps too, and then after he got out of the Marine Corps, he went into the Air Force, and we got to Wichita Falls in 1968,
Wow.
and so I was about 10 years old by the time we got here, about 9 or 10 years old, and then we left again and got transferred. And then I think we were down in Laredo, Texas, when they closed the base, and we got transferred back to Wichita Falls.
All right.
So when I got here back about 1972, we got back, 74, I think. We got back to Wichita Falls.
God's plan. He needed you here. He knew he needed you here. The community needed you. And isn't that how, it's weird how things happen?
It really is.
It is. Okay, and you're married? You've been married for...
Yeah, I've been married for 46 years.
Wow,
High school sweetheart that, I met here, and got 3 kids and 10 grandchildren and 1 great-grandbaby.
Wow.
So, moving along.
Moving right along, huh?
Yeah.
It's just in the blink of an eye, it just keeps going, right?
Yeah, I don't know where time went, but it went.
I'm the same way. I feel like I'm 56, feeling like I'm 66, 76, 86.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. I was a 11 Bravo grunt on the ground pounder, and it took its toll on me, even at the short time that I was one. It was pretty brutal, I should say, just from physically. Of course, I was young, but still, I mean, it took its toll.
Yeah.
Okay, Chief, tell us a little bit about your military experience, if you don't mind.
Well, I tell you, I always wanted to be a police officer, and I figured if I stayed here between 18 and 21, because you had to be 21 to be a police officer, I figured there could be a chance that I get myself in a little trouble. So I said, I'm going to join the military and go away for 3 years and come back, and that's what I did. I joined the Marine Corps, and back then it was a 3-year commit. It was a 6-year commitment, but you could do 3 years active duty. Yes. So joined the Marine Corps, went to San Diego.
Yes.
Went to MCRD San Diego. Yellow footprints, they're there.
Oh, man.
And
a lot of good Marines have come out of that San Diego.
So, enjoyed that part of boot camp. It was tough, but hey, it's got a lot of good memories. Got married, got stationed in California. Funny story. I actually came out on top in my class. So I was comm center, and said going to Hawaii. So called up my wife. We just got married, and I said, "Hey, we're going to Hawaii." And she goes, "I'm not going to Hawaii. Too far from whatever." So ended up in California. Down in Barstow, California, Mojave Desert. So from not going to Hawaii, it ended up in the desert. So ended up there. About 8 months later, I was in Okinawa. Yeah. So spent 12 months in Okinawa. Came back to the States and ETS'd out. So I had my honorable discharge, got out of the Marine Corps about May of 81. And by February of 82, I was hired on the Wichita Falls Police Department and going to the academy.
Destiny, man. It was destiny.
So it worked. So I I had to do 3 years of inactive ready reserve.
Correct.
So did my academy time, did my field training officer time on the street, spent a year, and then before my 3 years were up, I joined the Army National Guard 49th Armored Division here in Wichita Falls, and spent 4 years as a 13 Fox. So did a lot of live fire Fort Observer stuff in Fort Hood. So I spent a lot of time at Fort Hood. Did about 4 years in the
Fort Cavazos now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, there you go. Sure is.
It'll be Hood to you though forever, right?
Yep, always will be.
Yeah.
So 4 years were up, and I switched over to the Army Reserve because they opened up a drill sergeant battalion here in Wichita Falls. 5th of the 89th back then, 5th Battalion, 89th Regiment, part of the 95th Division, and went to drill sergeant school in Fort Polk, Louisiana. So got to do some Fort Polk time down there. Came back and started training troops in Fort Sill.
Yeah,
and it was we're gonna train you up, get them trained, get them going, and then reality hit. The Gulf War hit, and we knew that these soldiers that we were training at Fort Sill were now going to be going to the desert. By then, Gulf War, but then it was Iraq, and so we knew these soldiers were graduating from Fort Sill and going to their duty station and headed to combat. So
combat. That's
right.
It
was not only a reality for them, but us as drill sergeants on, hey, we've got to train these young privates to be able to survive in a battlefield environment.
Make it back home.
Yeah.
Make it back home. That's, it is, we're trained to finish the mission, finish the mission. That's number one priority. The whole time I was thinking, I'm going to do this mission, but I'm getting my butt home.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm going to make it home. I was scared. I was young.
Yeah.
Brand new and at marriage, and it was all of the things that I learned in the military. I mean, they were just coming back to me.
Yeah.
Click, click, click.
Yeah.
Because I was trained by a lot of Vietnam veterans as well.
Yep.
I was in there with some wonderful men. I mean, these were true grit guys that have been through Vietnam, teaching me their skills to survive on the battlefield. Yeah, we were battle ready, and I was very proud to serve with a lot of them. And so you're in the desert now, right?
Yeah. So
well, no, you're still at Benning. I mean, at Fort Sill.
Well, we're training troops, we're drill sergeants, training troops, and I'm moving up in rank. I'm a first sergeant at this point now. Iraq's going on, and Afghanistan. So our drill sergeants are now no longer, 1 week in a month, 2 weeks out of the year. It was, we were going to Benning, we were going to Fort Knox, Fort Jackson, and training troops there. So I had drill sergeants deployed all over the United States, on year deployments, training troops to get ready for combat and get ready to go to the desert. So I made command sergeant major, and I ended up going to Afghanistan.
I see.
Yeah, and I always have a side story with this. I was a captain on the police department here in Wichita Falls, and I applied for an assistant chief job in Allen, Texas. And so I was interviewing with the chief. It was me and one other guy. We were interviewing with the chief, and he's, hey, went through the interview, and I come down, got in the car with my wife. She goes, how'd it go? And I said, it went well. He's going to let me know. Phone rings. Wife sitting right next to me. Phone rings. Hello, hey, Division Sergeant Major. Need you to go to Afghanistan.
Pack your bags.
Yeah. So I called that chief. Told him, hey, listen, I'm out. I've got to go to. Now I don't know whether I was going to get selected or not, but I thought I had a good chance. But this mission called, and I wasn't turning it down.
Destiny. Wichita Falls needed you, and then the good Lord just kept making things happen where you could come back and serve. Serve.
Yeah.
Did I tap that mic?
You're good.
Okay, so your experience in Afghanistan. How long were you there? And
we went up and trained at Fort Riley, Big Red One. Oh.
cool.
We trained up there, and then we went to Afghanistan. We were there probably about 8 months in theater, and our mission was drill sergeant. We were mentoring the Afghan drill sergeant divisions out there. So our job was to get out there and get them switched over from Warsaw Pact weapons to NATO weapons. So they started training them up on how to be proficient with those weapons, and it's a little daunting when there's about 80 y'all out there, and there's a couple of thousand Afghans armed with M16s around
Right.
you. So
Oh man.
you never know who your friend is over there.
Correct.
So
Correct.
and Joey, I'm like you. I'm getting all my men home, and we're all gonna get home safe. And so tactics were huge, and make sure that we were on target.
Prepared. Yeah. And all things prepared was our motto in the 197th, and you have to be.
Yeah.
You have to be.
Yeah.
And like I said, the training. We went to Fort Irwin, California, in the Mojave Desert for desert training.
Yep.
And I was thinking, wonder why they're sending us out here to the desert. Well, we're in Fort Benning. There's trees. Everything. So they had planned. They already knew that more than likely we're gonna be one of the first ones to go out there. So we got trained in Fort Irwin, and then we went to El Paso, another kind of desert training there, and we're like, what's going on? So sure enough, man, I got married June 23rd of 1990, and August 4th, I was on a plane to Saudi Arabia, and we landed, and like I said, we were there for about 9-10 months, and it was a heck of an experience, But trained by some of the best men to ever serve, So I was confident, and I was very good at my job.
I was like you, Joey. I went into the Marine Corps in 1978. So I had a lot of Vietnam veterans that were drill instructors at Marine Corps, and they'd been through the war, and they knew it wasn't a game, and they got us trained up, they got us ready.
Yeah.
And I always remember that ethos. I carried that with me when I became a drill sergeant here. I said, listen, I know it's peacetime, but I'm still going to train these soldiers so they can survive in a battlefield environment. So very important to me.
Oh yeah.
So,
I feel proud of things you did. I see. Do you have round brown on?
Yeah. Sure did.
Oh man, I hated them round browns.
Oh yeah.
And I could see, just talking to you at the time, I could see you looking at these boys like, you better get your stuff together. Looking right up, and they're looking. You're looking. What are you doing, looking at me? Things like that. When I was there in 80s. I was in the delayed entry program, and so right out of high school, I got to spend my summer here, and then boom, I was in Fort Benning, pounding the ground, and I'll never forget basic training.
Yeah,
I mean, you do not. These guys were tough guys, man, and we still had wall-to-wall counseling. You remember wall-to-wall counseling?
Oh yeah.
If you didn't pay attention, or you falling asleep or whatnot, they'll pick you up and boom. So it was some good times. Now you can't even. Now you have to. I've heard you have to ask them to do things.
Well, there's still. I mean, we were
I know.
there, and it wasn't as intense as we were it became more the stress on the event that the soldier was or the private was trying to work on, rather than the
Right.
stress between drill sergeant and him.
Mm-hmm.
And it was always, these guys are gonna be, babies or not. We're not teaching them. But I'll tell you, when I went to Afghanistan, uh, the soldiers I was with and the soldiers that were over there performed excellent.
Heck yeah.
They did a great job.
Heck
And,
yeah. I was alongside a lot of great soldiers,
Yeah.
And it's proud to be standing next to them. I knew
Yeah.
we were all going to take care of each other.
Yeah.
And we made it out of there.
Well, when I was over there, and I'll tell you, if you're gonna go to Afghanistan, go as a command sergeant major. Life's a little
easier. That's right.
you're not waiting on planes. You're not waiting on transport. I showed up. They had a seat for me. So,
Mhm.
and I had drill sergeants in Mazar Shari, in Herat, over in Coast, down in the Helmand. So I had them in Kabul. So I was flying all the time, either in a cargo plane or a helicopter. I was gone, flying all of Afghanistan and checking on troops. So got to see a lot of Afghanistan when I was there. So it was I remember one of the contractors handed me a card. Said, when you get back to States, call me back in 90 days. I got a job for you. And it's going to pay a lot of money, Sergeant Major. And I said, you know what? I'm here for God and country.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't coming back. Not for money. So,
No.
if I'm going to get killed, it'll be,
Mm-hmm.
serving my country. I'm not coming back to,
It's a different world.
Make money.
It's
It
a
is.
way different world. I mean, I thought it was weird when a young Mexicano from the north side.
Yeah.
My first duty station was in South Korea.
Yeah.
And you're talking about a culture change,
Yeah.
culture shock. It's all one race. They're all Koreans. You know.
Yeah.
You know how around here you see the whole group of different races and just going to a place that it's just
Yeah.
It was a culture shock for sure, but I got through that. I had a good time in Korea, and then right after that came back to Benning.
Yeah.
So yeah, Chief, man. So I remember you told me a story about there's something happened over there. There was an incident where you ran into the it was the some sort of I don't know if they were SEALs or Rangers or what were they?
Yeah, they were special forces.
Special forces. There you go. Army, right?
Yeah. So I'm at Camp Alamo, which they call it Camp Alamo because it's on the KMTC, the Kabul Training Military Center.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a big Afghanistan fob.
Okay.
And our fob was right in the middle of it. So, and so we'd have to leave our fob, and then we'd be in the Afghan fob, and then we'd hit the streets. So, it was every time we go on a mission, it was always, keep the guns up, guys. So I needed to get to I can't think of the Air Force Base over there, the big Air Force Base I needed to get to over there. And so I called Fob Scorpion. I said, hey, any of y'all guys going to up to the Air Force Base? I said, we need a ride. Sergeant Major, we'll be right there. Well, anytime we left our fob, there was always 3 vehicles, 3 guns, 3 vehicles, and we'd head out and we'd turn on our jammers and we'd go out on mission. Minimum of 3 vehicles. So me and this other sergeant major sitting there waiting, and here comes this up armored SUV. Slides in. Get in, sergeant major. These guys got beards and I'm like, dude, I've lived a long time by not making bad choices here. So, but we threw stuff in and we jumped in. It was just that vehicle alone, and off we went. And I'm like, man, I am not used to this. So, that was just a crazy one. I'm like, these special forces guys
Oh
are a little
man,
different.
yeah,
So,
they're full beard and they're
yeah,
fearless,
yeah, and
fearless.
so we made it.
Mhm.
We were going 100 miles an hour, and we got there. So
Yeah.
thank the Lord. But it was funny because I'd get on a cargo plane, and they come in and measure. They tell some people you need to get off, and there'd be like 4 of us on there. I'm like, why are they making people get off? And we'd be flying. Next thing you know, we're doing that combat landing and thinking you're crashing and land. I don't know where we'd land. They drop it. Up come this up armored SUV, drive in. So they knew they were picking them up.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to weigh what could be on the
Oh yeah.
on the deal. So they'd have to kick people
Man.
off. And I thought, where are you guys coming from, man? Those special forces guys.
Woo.
I'm like,
Them boys are bad.
they are, and I'm
Mhm.
like, good Lord, dude.
Yeah,
So,
one of the things I see a lot, I work out at the base here at Shepherd, and it does. I feel proud every time I see these young airmen training, and they are just committed, and they're really focused, and it gives me a sense of pride knowing that there's still some great young men and women that are supporting our country and learning how how to be.
I'll tell you, I just got invited by the general to go out to Mission Generation, is what they call it, and what it is these guys come out here for their skill set and what they're going to be proficient in, whether it's loading ammo in a helicopter or a deal, whatever it is they do with the aircraft. And man, there was hundreds of them out there, just hundreds. And I love being around troops. Love being around troops. So I always feel good when I'm out there around these troops. Now, they're Air Force troops, but that's okay.
Oh no, man! I tell everybody I do not bash the Air Force. They helped us out a lot.
Yeah, and I'll tell you,
in Iraq.
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're young troops, young guys, young men and women out there.
Smart man,
and they're competing for, whatever they're doing. There'd be a few groups, and they'd compete against each other for what they're doing. And then they'd select a winner. And it's hot. It's hot out there. You're out there on that tarmac, but they performed well, and I'm always proud of my whatever service is out there. I'm proud of every one of them.
I was at a graduation up in Bryan, A&M. My niece was graduating, and to see these cadets, marching in, and they have the steel pot, the chrome pots, and the sabers, and they're, they look sharp, sharp. All in, and it made me feel good too, seeing that these gentlemen are really just they take pride in serving their country and serving. So it showed that we've got a future. We're going to have a future. This country is for sure with the men and women that are stepping up.
Well, when I made chief in 2012, I knew I couldn't do command sergeant major duties and chief duty. It was just overwhelming what our military are doing now. And it's reserves, and we're not talking about one weekend and 2 weeks. They're working all the time. And so I retired, and I'm just proud and thankful to say that when I retired, I wasn't ready to, and I still enjoy it. I still love being around troops, but I knew it was best for me in the Army at that point.
All right. So now to the present day, how long have you been chief? You said since 2012?
Yeah, since 2012.
Man, chief. Yeah. Coming from where?
Hershey
High School.
Yeah, Husky.
Way to go, Huskies. Husky alumni, man. That's great. A lot of our viewers would like to hear that.
I'm headed 44 years on the PD, so I'm up there.
That's good, Chief. It's good, Chief. You're a great citizen here, Wichita Falls, and you've proven it time and time again. And we really appreciate you coming out today and telling us a little bit about your story and your life. And hopefully, maybe one of these days we can have a part 2 come in, and we could talk some more about different things. Stuff that's going on even in town or something with your department.
Well, I'll tell you, I hire a lot of veterans. and so 250th anniversary for the Army,
I'm
right?
telling you.
So I got a hold of a recruiter here in town, and we had a Army cake cutting ceremony. So I've got a big NCO sword. We cut the cake with a sword, and youngest and oldest soldier, in military, and so
we've done that at our banquets before.
So I'm doing one in November for Marine Corps too.
All right,
so
all right.
Here we go.
And I hope to have you at maybe you can attend the MAVA banquet this year. It's November 8th at the Elks Lodge. So 5:00 sharp. Not my sharp. I was a little late today, but please. Of course, we always send you an invitation.
Yes,
and you've made them before. And,
I have.
It's going to be a great event. And but no, thanks again, Chief. I appreciate you.
And Joey, what you and Tina have done with MAVA has just been spectacular. And it's been good to watch. And I remember when it first started, and I was invited to some of the events to what you've made it now is pretty proud of you.
Thank you, Chief.
Proud of you and Tina and
you.
everybody else that's involved with it.
All right. So. Well, I think that about wraps it up today. Chief, once again, I want to thank you for joining us.
Joey, thank you for your service.
Yes, sir. Thank you for yours. Thank you for yours. That's going to do it for this podcast. I'd like to ask our viewers, what have you done for your country lately?